you guys! I am so glad to see you again. Have you been having a good week? I hope so. Well, it is time for us to worship Jesus together. So get on up. Let's get ready to sing.
I get scared sometimes, so I cover my eyes. But that's so silly, 'cause God is always with me. So I stand up tall, remember He is strong. I won't be afraid, God is always with me. Fear, get out of here. Fear, get out of here now. Fear, get out of here for good. I'll see you later. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. Scared sometimes, so I cover my eyes. But that's so silly, 'cause God is always with me. So I stand up tall, remember He is strong. I won't be afraid, God is always with me. Fear, get out of here. Fear, get out of here now. Fear, get out of here for good. I'll see you later. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. I don't need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't really need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't really need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. Fear, get out of here. Fear, get out of here now. Fear, get out of here for good. I'll see you later. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator.
Fear, get out of here. Oh, I was still singing. I love that song so much. It's so important that we are reminded that God is with us all the time and that we can trust Him. Now, it is the most important part of our time together. Do you remember what that is? That's right. It's our Bible lesson time. So everybody find a comfy spot. Did you find yours? All right, now put on your extra good listening ears. Good job. Now we are going to ask you the question of the month. The question of the month is, who helps you be brave? Do you know the answer? That's right. God helps you be brave. You see, when I was little, I thought that if you were brave, you weren't afraid of anything. But we have been looking at people who are afraid, but they choose to trust God instead of their fear. And we looked at the Israelites when they went up against the city of Jericho. We also last week looked at David when he faced Goliath. And this week we are going to be looking at 3 special men. Their names are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abendnego. Now you're going to say them with me. Are you ready? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abendnego. Good job. We find their story in the book of Daniel, which is in the Old Testament. Now, because it's in the Bible, we know that it is true. That's right. Let's say that together. If it's in the Bible, it's true. Good job, you guys. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they served a king. His name was Nebuchadnezzar. Oh, I think you should say that too. Are you ready? Nebuchadnezzar. Good job. Well, They were Israelites, God's chosen people. But you know what? They were in captivity. That means they didn't live in freedom. They were under a king, and that wasn't where they were born. They were born in Judah, but instead, now they live under the rule of Nebuchadnezzar. And Nebuchadnezzar had the right to tell them what they had to do. And so Nebuchadnezzar built this big, giant statue made of gold, a huge statue. And Nebuchadnezzar passed a rule. His rule was that whenever this special music played and anybody heard the special music, they had to bow down and worship the statue. Now, is the statue the one true God? No. We know that our God is the one true God, and that's who Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego worshiped. So do you think it was okay for them to bow down and worship a statue? No, it wasn't. And so the music played, and everybody around them bowed down and worshiped the statue. But not Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They said, we will only worship the one true God, the God of heaven and earth, who made us and loves us. Oh, do you think this made Nebuchadnezzar happy? No, it did not make him happy. As a matter of fact, he called them in, and this is what he said to them. He said, I'm going to give you one more chance. I am going to give you one more chance, and I'm going to let the music play, and you're going to bow down, and you're going to worship that statue, because if you don't, I am going to throw all three of you in a fiery furnace. Now, could they live through a fiery furnace normally? No, if I was thrown in a fiery furnace, that would be it. But the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said, O king, we will not bow down and worship your statue. This made Nebuchadnezzar so angry that he commanded for the fiery furnace to be made 7 times hotter than it normally was. And he tied up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and he had soldiers throw them into the fiery furnace. And he went to go look to see where they were in the fire. And something amazing happened, because Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they chose to only worship the one true God. And they had told the king that God could save them if he wanted to. When Nebuchadnezzar looked into the fiery furnace, he counted the men who were in there. 1. Now, how many were thrown in? Do you remember? 1, 2, 3 men were thrown in. But that's not how many Nebuchadnezzar counted. He counted 1, 2, 3, 4 men in the fire. And he asked the men around him, he said, didn't we just throw in 3 men? And they said, yes. And Nebuchadnezzar said, surely that must be an angel sent from God. So he called to them, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, come out of the fire. It was amazing that they were still alive, but God had sent an angel to be with them, to protect them from the fiery furnace. Wow. The Bible tells us that even more miraculous was that they didn't even smell like smoke. Their hair wasn't singed. Nothing about them was burnt. Now I have a question. Have you ever been around a campfire? When I go around a campfire, it makes your hair smell like smoke. It makes your shirt smell like smoke. You get all smoky smelling. But Nebuchadnezzar, the Bible tells us, smelled them, and there wasn't even the smell of smoke on them. Wow. Our God is so mighty that he had protected them so much that they didn't even smell like the fiery furnace. Nebuchadnezzar said, truly theirs is the true God. Wow, you guys, because Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego chose to not trust their fear, but instead trust God, God protected them. And King Nebuchadnezzar came to understand that our God is the one true God. Wow, what an amazing story. I'm sure Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego felt afraid, but they chose to trust God more than their fear. Let's thank God that he's with us always. Okay? Bow your heads and close your eyes with me. God, we love you. We thank you that you are with us always, and we can count on that you love us so very much. Help us to be brave by trusting you more than what we are afraid of. In your name, amen. Good job, you guys. All right. Are you ready? We're going to stand on up together and we're going to do our memory verse. It's a super easy one this month. It is Psalm 53:6. And it says, when I am afraid, I will trust in you. Can you do that with me? Let's try it together. Psalm 53:6. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. Well, I hope that you are learning that we can always trust God because he is always with us, watching over us and protecting us. I hope you have a great week filled with lots of fun, and come back and see me next time, okay? See you later.